Before the snow starts piling up, the planning is already underway. It starts on the phone with conference calls involving the University System of New Hampshire and the Department of Homeland Security. That helps determine if the coming storm will have a statewide impact.
So we can get the best information available to make the best determination for our students and for our staff to ensure their safety.
Next, the information goes to KSC Physical Plant. Once the storm hits, physical plant employees spend much of their time removing snow and ice from all over campus. The best time to remove snow from campus is between 4 and 8 a.m. due to less traffic on campus. Assistant Director of Physical Plant Bud Windsor says that this winter has been really difficult due to the changing temperatures.
It gets warm, we have rain, then it gets super cold and we have ice. And a snowstorm is fairly easy compared to what we've gone through, the cycles of weather we've gone through lately.
When classes are canceled, the campus goes into curtailed operations. Curtailed operations means that non-essential buildings close while necessary buildings remain open. Buildings like the dining commons stay open while academic and career advising will stay closed. Mars says that in the end, students are still their main priority.
So it's really about delivering service to our students, and we are a residential campus, and so our students will continue to live, our students will continue to thrive on campus, and we have to continue to provide services for them.
Bud Windsor says that students should also wear appropriate shoes during a snowstorm to prevent slipping and falling on ice. I'm Nick Busby, KSC TV. Right next to the Wyman Tavern on Main Street, there's an old rundown brick building. The building is the newest addition to the Historical Society of Cheshire County Properties. The building was formerly owned by Keene State College and will now be used as a welcome center for the Wyman Tavern. Rick Swanson says the idea of a welcome center came from changing the idea of what a historical society would be.
We wouldn't just be a dusty archive, but we would be a place where history comes alive.
The Historical Center plans for the space to hold events and demonstrations. One of the big projects the Historical Society has planned is an open hearth stove for cooking traditional 18th century meals. Larry Benequist says that demonstrations at the Bruder House will give a new perspective of history.
The way history defines itself, the way it gets looked at. We'll be able to, like having cooking classes. Now that, is that historical? I'm sure there's books about open hearth cooking, but to be able to actually do it, puts you back in that same place.
The Historical Society still has a lot of planning and renovations to do before the Bruder House is open to the public. Once it is open, there will be many programs available for people to partake in. In the end, this project is about connecting your history.
We like to say, find your place in history. And it's kind of like finding your place, but it's also finding out about who you are and where you came from.
The Historical Society is not sure about when the Bruder House will be open, but would like to see it open by the end of the 2018 calendar year. I'm Nick Busby, KSC TV.
Campus Safety is asking for your help to stop a rash of vandalism. The vandalism is graffiti that's been turning up around campus since February. This is security camera video of the vandalism in progress. In the top left of the screen, you can see the suspect spray painting the bridge. This was in February, and since then, more has turned up at Spalding Gymnasium and the Dining Commons. Campus Safety Director Jeff Mayer says vandalism like this tarnishes the campus's image.
This type of behavior really detracts from that and really isn't in keeping with our community values.
Whoever is doing this graffiti is tagging it with the letters S-I-N. If you have information that could help with the investigation, contact Campus Safety.
The Keene Board of Education is examining the relationship between Cheshire Career Center and Keene High School. The Keene Sentinel reports that the board is looking into clarify how the high school and the Career Center will work in the future. Board members say that claims that the Career Center and the high school may be separating are unfounded. This year's flu outbreak is the worst it's been in years. Students at Keene State College are taking multiple days off of school, which is reflected in their attendance grades. KSC TV's Grace Kelly reports on how KSC is handling this year's flu season. For more information about the Health and Wellness Center, visit their page on the KSC website at keene.edu/office/CHW. Again, that's keene.edu/office/CHW. There's a new tool to end the opioid epidemic. It's the prescription medication drop box. This is one of those drop boxes located in the Keene Police Department. Anyone can dispose of old or unwanted medications as long as they are the original containers or sealed plastic bags. This provides a safe way for residents to remove medication from their homes. Experts say this can make a difference.
having a drop box is an excellent idea because it allows people to deposit prescription medication that they are no longer using in a place where it can be disposed of appropriately and not fall into the hands of somebody who might misuse it.
The medication drop box is located in the lobby of the police department and is open 7 days a week. Also, we'll find out how Keene State is looking into environmentally safe alternatives for salting its campus. You're watching KSC TV. Survivors of the Parkland, Florida shooting are telling President Trump enough is enough. The Sentinel reports that the students of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School are organizing a march on Washington. The students will be asking for stricter gun laws. They're launching a social media movement called Never Again to raise support. They're calling the March on Washington March for Our Lives. It will take place on March 24th in D.C. Keene police are investigating a school burglary. The Sentinel reports that the Keene Montessori School was burglarized Monday night. Staff arrived Tuesday morning to find an open window and less than $200 missing. The missing money was being saved for a school pizza party. The city of Keene is trying to make walking to campus safety. Their primary focus is Main Street, where 2 years ago a student was hit by a car and suffered serious injuries. KSC TV's Peter Dubois reported on proposed improvements to Main Street's crosswalks. Dr. Cusack says that if CD prioritizes the Main Street plans, the start of construction could be moved up. You're watching KSC TV. Keene's most famous unfinished building may get completed soon. We're talking about the concrete foundation and steel frame at 126 Key Road. The Keene Sentinel reports that the building was supposed to be a Hampton Inn starting back in 2006. Jaslyn Hospitality LLC bought the property in 2015, but not much has happened since then. Now, however, the company has restarted the permit zoning process. We'll keep you updated on what happens with the project. A 17-year-old Austrian has flown into first place in the ski jump, not in the Olympics, but nearby in Brattleboro. The Brattleboro Reformer reports that Claudio Morth flew 104 meters to win first. He was just 1 meter away from winning the Hills record. Vermont native Tara Garotimotes took the win in the women's division. Harris Hill Ski Jump is the only Olympic-sized venue in New England. We'll be back next week at the same time. We'll see you then, and have a good evening.